Hello, everyone. This is Lauricia, and my communication analysis is on sensationalized journalism. Hope you enjoy it. News media is one of the most important and powerful communication industries in the world. Whether we realize it or not, it's the framework that shapes everything in our society. That's because, unlike art, journalism is supposed to be the unbiased chronicling of our experiences throughout time, individually and socially. Journalists are bound by ethics to tell a story accurately and fairly. But what happens when fair and balanced doesn't sell? The truth isn't always exciting, and love and peace is not always interesting, but it still takes money to keep the presses rolling. So then the question becomes, how does the industry report the truth and still sell the news even when it's boring? Trying to get to the bottom of that answer is how journalism becomes sensationalized. As it says in our books, most TV news outlets report in short episodes, telling part of the story, and that's mainly because TV news outlets get their stories from print journalists. So, my focus today is going to be on print journalism, magazines, and newspapers. So, let's talk about magazine and newspaper covers. In chapter 8 of our book, it talks about the Gestalt principle and it also talks about the most important thing to do for advertisers is to get the reader's attention. And even if you can catch their attention for 30 seconds, you might be able to get them to buy into what you're selling. And of course, since they're trying to sell newspapers and magazines, that goes for print journalism as well. So the most important part is the cover. And Gestalt theory says that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, which means it's not just the photo or the headline, but it's the complete package because we're constantly in our brains trying to figure out the complete package, the whole story. So I'm going to use this magazine just to clarify a little bit. This is called the Scandal issue. Scandal is actually a TV show which stars this lady on the front right here. Not me, her. And they've packaged it to where the scandal is really big. The word scandal issue is really big, and the star, of course, is prominent. But then down here at the bottom, you'll see there's a story on the inside about sex lies in the pulpit. So they're packaging the whole magazine to be the scandal edition, the real life scandal edition. So when we talk about like the Gestalt theory, that's what we're talking about is selling things as a whole. And even with newspapers, you'll see an outrageous headline, but then you'll also see an equally outrageous picture as well. So, from that, we're going to go into our analysis of headlines and talking about fuzzy words. This Newsweek cover features the late great Steve Jobs with the iPod and its headline iPod Therefore I Am. Steve Jobs and the must have music player everyone is talking about. The headline is a fallacy, ad populum to be exact, because it makes it seem as if everyone wanted or had an iPod at the time, which is not true. This Time magazine cover is a double whammy because it uses the shocking photo of a mother breastfeeding an almost school age boy with the title of Are You Mom Enough? That's fuzzy words at its best because that's giving an impression and making a claim, appealing a claim, without really giving concrete meaning for the words or the phrase. Because how does that make you mom enough? In my opinion, it just makes you a little crazy. I think both of these magazines were definitely successful in grabbing the reader's attention, and it's mainly because they know their target audience, which varies depending on who they're trying to sell to. This concludes my print journalism analysis. So I'd like to thank you for watching and thank you for your patience. And maybe you learned something or like something or got an idea. Take care, folks.